Hello? Yep. Hi there. I was just looking to get a second mortgage on my house, if that's possible. Why? Well, I was thinking about getting a Ring video doorbell and 4 spotlight cameras. Last time I discussed the Ring spotlight cam on this show, a butt ton of their fanboys came along and said, "I'll save you, soulless lump of plastic! You can't say that!" My video said this. Shut up! My comment section said this. It always amazes me how people can view actual facts that have been proven on camera and then go, "This guy's a shill, he's making it up! I showed it you on camera!" This video is sponsored by Reolink, but I am not going to give you a single opinion. Every single thing I say in this video will be a fact and I will prove it as part of the video. Mr. Socky here will be here to keep the trolls in line. Every single time I state a fact, Mr. Socky will say, "That's a fact!" So you'll know you can't argue with it. We have a new king for price. Please lower the crown. This is a bit of a contentious one because if you buy 2 of these, it is cheaper than the Eufy system because the Eufy system comes with a base station. 2 of these are £14 cheaper than 2 Eufys. But if you bought 4 Eufys and 4 of these are actually £22 more expensive than the Eufys for 4 cameras because of the lack of a base station being needed for the second set of cameras. Most of us aren't buying 4 outdoor cameras at a time, so I'm declaring Reolink the winner on price. Shall we talk about the price of the Ring Spotlight Cam? Buy the new Ring Spotlight Cam! Only £796 for 4! That's a fact! Well, it is. This is a bit of a tricky one because this camera doesn't exist yet. I mean, obviously it exists, but I haven't owned it for any length of time, and neither has anybody else because it's absolutely brand new. It's only just come to market. I can't tell you if the battery lasts. All I can tell you is the previous Reolink that I had still is going strong to this day because of one thing. It has a solar panel that only costs £25. And this in itself, for me, destroys the battery argument altogether. I have never ever had to change the battery for my previous Reolink device, and I have absolutely no fear that this is going to perform the same way. In case you're interested in the battery life of the other 2 cameras, just to be on the safe side, the Eufy should last about 6 months according to its reviews, and that has been my experience. The Ring is the only camera I have ever sent back because I thought, I am never going to use this thing. It was that poor. I don't know what the battery life would have lasted me, but it seemed in the week that I owned it like it was headed in the same direction as the comments from Amazon that said it only lasts 3 weeks. That is a fact. That's my line. Sorry. Local storage, 128 gig, 64 gig, no gig. Why? Corporate greed! Corporate greed! Corporate greed! Corporate greed! Corporate greed! Corporate greed! It makes perfect sense to have no cloud storage on a very small camera such as the Blink X-T2 where they're trying to save you money and space, but the Ring is humongous and very expensive. There should be a local storage option, and the only reason there isn't is because they want you to pay them money every single month. I should point out, of course, that the Eufy SD card is actually in its base station. This means that if someone steals the camera, they can't steal your footage. The Eufy camera is a really good system for local storage and is the winner for this category. That's a fact! If you only want the one camera, then there is one clear winner. I'd lower the crown again, but I can't be bothered. The Reolink is the winner because it has an entirely free storage option, which is their basic option. And this gives you a gig of data and 7 days rolling storage, which is awesome. If you want anything more than that, there is more storage options if you wanted more cameras or if you wanted more storage space, and the prices are about the same as Ring and Eufy. So the 3 camera systems are all about the same if you wanted to spend money, and one is free and only one, and that's Reolink, so it is the winner. This is a fact! there is unfortunately a catch to this, and that is that Reolink don't currently have a European server set up for doing cloud storage. This means it's only available to the United States and Malaysia, I think, and I don't know, lots of countries that I don't live in. It's quite annoying. I have contacted Reolink and they have told me that they are working night and day to get the European server up and running. They're just trying to get around the whole GDPR thing. Thanks, GDPR. GDPR, making you press accept on literally everything in every browser ever since 2018. There are reports right this second on Amazon's websites of the Ring camera struggling with water damage. Water damage on an outdoor camera. Not yet. These aren't even my words! And yet when I showed them on the screen for people to see for themselves, I was still called a shill. How is that me shilling? I'm just showing you multiple reports of the same problem. It doesn't matter. I have a Eufy camera system that I've had for a while, that's been outside for a long time, no water damage. I have the predecessor to this Reolink camera, the Argus 2, outside for the last 2.5 years, no problems. If there is a winner, there's one of those two, I guess. If there's a loser, you tell me.
That's it! Well, it's some evidence at least.
I could literally sit in silence throughout this segment. I mean, shall I just get Mr. Socky now and get him to yell at you? I might as well, because it is clear as day who the winner is here. The Reolink is outshining the other two cameras by a massive margin. And I said in the last video the Eufy was crippling the Ring, and it is. It is absolutely still way better than the Ring. If you're looking for perfect picture quality, there's no such thing. But if you want the closest you're going to get in this particular day and age at that price tag, the Reolink is the winner, and that is not arguable.
If you argue with me in the comments section, I will come round your house and put a bat up your nightdress.
Although the Eufy camera system can store everything locally, it's still a cloud-based system in that you have to log in. You have to set up an account and log in. The Reolink is doing something bizarre. You don't even need an account if you don't want to. You'll need one if you want to set up the She That Should Not Be Named or the Google Home stuff, but you don't have to sign up for one if you don't want those services. I can see the comments section now.
Oh my god, I can't believe that your camera system is just completely open to the outside world. Oh my god.
To be absolutely clear, the Reolink camera system is completely secure. It doesn't need a password because it relies on a barcode system that ties the camera to your phone and to the app. Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus. This is like telling Jeremy Clarkson that the new Ferrari doesn't need fuel. Wait, I can do a Clarkson impression. I was staggered. That man is permanently staggered. If you're looking for a new drinking game, watch Top Gear, and every time Clarkson is staggered by something, take a shot. By the end of the episode, you'll be dead. And this is where Reolink have taken another innovative step over the competition. I've never seen this before either. You can specify which cameras will and which cameras will not be accessible to She That Should Not Be Named and Google Home. So if you don't trust Amazon and Google with your video feed, you can literally say, I want those cameras to be accessible because they're outside. I don't want these to be accessible because they're watching my children. In the previous video, Ring outclassed the Eufy for its floodlight system. The question is, who is going to win this time around between the three of them? Me and Mr. Socky are bored of telling you what facts are. You can decide for yourself. The Reolink's Siren is not as loud as the other cameras, but it has a trick up its sleeve that the others don't, which is both hilarious
Or you get off my man.
and actually far more frightening than any siren will be to a burglar.
Mate, I can see you on the camera and I'm coming down right now with a bat to smash your head in.
Custom motion alerts. Why is nobody else doing this? For notifications, there's barely anything in it. The Ring technically comes first by a split second, and the Reolink technically comes last by about a second. This is not a good idea for you to use as your deciding factor, of course, because when I owned a Ring video doorbell, I'd open up the notification, click on it, and be presented with a green screen and a weird noise. Wait, I forgot, you think I'm a shill. Let me prove it. And I can prove the weird noise because it happened within 10 minutes of opening the Ring spotlight camera. Shut up!
He faked it. Just kidding. That's a fact.
The Reolink's failings are that it doesn't have geofencing. The Eufy has it beat there. Eufy does geofencing really, really well, and that is a reason to consider it. The Reolink also doesn't have the European server at the moment, which means there's no cloud storage if you're in the wrong country. That might not be the case anymore. This video could be in the past. Have a look in the description. I will write it there if this has changed. The only other thing I'd like to see would be the ability to snooze notifications on the Reolink rather than just turn them off and manually turn them back on again later, because I will inevitably forget to turn them back on again. This would be a lovely feature to see, Reolink. I'm sure you're watching. Please consider that for a future release. There is no clear winner here. It depends really on what it is you want out of a camera. The Ring really sucks dead hard. Maybe that's what you want. I'm kidding, that's an opinion. An opinion based mostly in facts. The Reolink has the best image quality out of the three by a billion miles. It is so much better that alone might be the reason you want to go for that camera. The Eufy, on the other hand, does geofencing, and that to me is a major selling point. If the Reolink did geofencing, then that would be it. It would be game over and I would be picking that camera for definite. As it stands, it's a tough call. If you check the description, maybe geofencing has since been implemented in the Reolink, and if it has, I'll tell you there. Both cameras do scheduling, even the Ring does scheduling, so if you are a creature of habit, if you go out at a certain time of the day and you come back at a certain time of the night, you know when you want your camera to be armed and disarmed, and you can do that in the application. If that was your only concern, personally, I would go for the Reolink. That's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know that you want to be notified when I upload videos. Giving this thumbs up tells YouTube's algorithms it was good and more people should see it. These guys are my patrons from Patreon and I love them dearly. Without them, I would not be doing this still. I would be doing something else. You can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will love you forever. These are my social medias, my Facebooks, my Twitters, and my Instagrams. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. This is a fact. F off. They've got one in basically everywhere except I wear smashed the Ring cam to pieces in the whole quality thing droning on. I'll try again.